Hey, welcome to the weekly update. I'm Chuck Mayer. This is the freshwater version of the weekly update. A lot of things I want to take you through today, and I'm going to get started by talking about all the tanks that came in as promised. So this week, in addition to what came in last week, we have two 125s, both with and without overflows. So I've got a 125 gallon tank that isn't promised. We have got three 120s with overflows. So those are available. That's a 4x2x2 footprint. And then I have got two more 125. I got a lot of 125s, so I have not been able to sell this particular tank in about a month because I haven't been able to get them. So if you are in the market for a 6x18 125, I've got them. Got it in a 180. This is the first 180 gallon tank I've gotten this year, and that is the only one. It looks like I've got 90 gallon tanks as well, and two more 75s came in. So yes, that's the tank update for the week in the freshwater video. Let's go look at a few more things. First thing I want to do is thank everyone who has donated to the food drive that we have for the Ronald McDonald House. We have finally now gotten a significant amount of food to take to them, so I appreciate everybody who's trying to win the BioCube. To mention one thing really fast, that is how few of tickets we still have. We only have 5 days left. Come in every day if you want and bring a canned good. There are not very many people, and it is a cool $300 saltwater or freshwater tank you can win. We'll do the drawing on Sunday at the end of the day, which for us should be about 4:30, and watch YouTube. There's a lot coming up next month as far as the contest for YouTube as well. So, one important product I want to bring to your attention this week, especially because we're in the winter time of the year, there are storms and power outages and things like that. I like to mention at least once a year the battery-powered air pump. This is a very smart little thing that is a whopping $20, so it's very cheap. I know a lot of you have a lot of money invested in both your fresh and saltwater systems. All you got to do is have one of these on hand, and this, especially for the area we live in, can buy you all the time you need till the power kicks back on, or if you have any issues with the aquarium, or you're just transporting fish. If you're moving from one house to another house, as I know a lot of people move this time of year, this is a great thing to have on hand. It's very inexpensive, and it can be life-saving. So I think every aquarium should have a battery-powered air pump, and come check out what we have here, and you can ask anybody on the floor how to use it. Very safe, very good to have on hand. Okay, so right now we're going to get right into the freshwater, and we're going to start with these right here. Super colorful peacocks this week. These are mediums, and you can see extremely bright. At this price with this color, can't be beat. Two really cool Tanganykan cichlids came in this week. We've got small red frontoses. That's right, it's the red variant of the frontoses. And you can also see moving toward my fingers, the lamprologus just came in this week. These are beautiful, soft African cichlids. Absolutely beautiful. Also check out these beautiful Tropheus duboisii. These are phenomenal as babies, and they're phenomenal as adults. If you've got a tank where you can dedicate one or two types of cichlids to and make a species tank, these are phenomenal. You know, if we have rainbows, I'm certainly going to show them, and this week is no different. Look at the size on these this week. We've got goiter river rainbows and emerald rainbows, and they already have a wealth of color, much more so than we normally get in when we get in rainbows. These almost realistically look like they came out of somebody's fish tank. However, they haven't. They just came in, and if you want some really showy rainbows that are already showing, you know, a wealth of color, like I said, these are the perfect ones to come see. Clown loaches. We got in small clown loaches again. These sell out almost every week. We didn't get a ton in this week, but they're the perfect size. They'll go in almost any type of freshwater environment, except with a really high pH. But they're perfect for bottom dwelling. They're perfect to add a lot of color. You can't beat clown loaches. Wernerite threadfin rainbows came in this week. This is a soft pastel looking rainbow fish that is of a smaller variety with very ornate fins in the males. Gorgeous fish. I love them. I've always loved them. Worth setting up a tank for. They do good in a nano tank. They do good in a large tank. How about some freshwater snails this week? Check out the blue rabbit snails. These are really, really cool snails. I don't think any of the shells are exactly the same. They all seem to have their own character, their own color morphs, and the snails themselves just look really cool coming out of them. Great little snail if you want to add a kind of a saltwater look to the tank. Really, really cool snail. You can kind of see that guy right there moving along. With the whole orange body, it looks like something from outer space. Very, very cool snails this week. Okay, neon tetras came in this week. We have the blue and red varieties, and we also have the black neon tetras. Really, really beautiful at a great small size where they tend to be their hardiest, I think. And wow, these will work in a nano tank, they'll work in a big tank, but the main way they'll work is in a really, really nice school. So if you're ready to school a nice group of tetras, especially against the beauty of a planted tank, these would be the ones to try. Man, I love these electric blue rams. We've got both German blue rams, German black rams, and my favorite, the electric blue rams. Every day when I walk past this tank, wow, how amazing it is offset by the color of these fish and kind of how they just kind of hang in the water column. If you've been in the market, you want a kind of a species ram tank, would be really cool. Planted tank, you can obviously see how the color plays off the black and green. And moving into the picture, you can see the small red Mexican crayfish that is so cool against that blue. And this really goes to show how cool it is to have a small tank of, if all you had were just these electric blue rams and maybe one or two crayfish, just how colorful the realm of freshwater can be. This is a great example of that, and these are a beautiful assortment of fish. Guess what? We got puffers! Yep, we've got the dwarf pea puffers. They're everywhere. We've got them back in stock this week. Didn't have them last week. And this is a very cool all freshwater pufferfish. Cories are back and in full stock this week. You can see we've got albino cories, we've got panda cories, we've got Hasbrosus cories, we've got green emerald cories way in the back. So if you're in the mood or you need some bottom-dwelling catfish that won't get very large, I've got them. I've got tons of cory cats this week. Guess what? Powder blue gouramis this week. I don't have a lot of them, but if you want some electric blue in your fish tank and you want it in a fairly peaceful fish or a communal fish, powder blue dwarf gouramis might be for you. If the powder blue gourami isn't enough, how about some paradise gouramis? Those just came in this morning as well. Those I have a few more of, and they are in the tank with a bunch of little Julii cories. Paradise gouramis, like I said, I haven't had in a little while. Beautiful red and blue in the body. Different colors, almost, well, I can tell you, none of them are exactly the same. So, very, very pretty fish that is very inexpensive. Baby silver dollars came in this week. Always love it when they're small. If you ever want to watch a really cool group of fish school, this is one of the most perfect fish to watch school because they literally move as one. Blue phantom plecos are back in stock. I think I have 2 left. Check out this guy. How beautiful is he? Oh, and guess what? Somebody ordered an alligator garfish. Let's take a look at him, Con. Yep, there you go. If you'd like a fish that'll get about 8 to 12 feet long, that one might be for you. We do get requests for this fish all the time. It is the classic alligator garfish. It does get an alligator-like pattern as it gets larger. And this is about as small as we can get them. So if you've got a big tank, you like aggressive fish, you want something to really show your friends at the Super Bowl party, this would be the one. So the Imperial Ranger Pleco, check this guy out. You want to talk about making a splash in your tank? This guy will make a splash in your tank. Gorgeous. I only have one, I think. I only have one. Let's look. Yes, I only have one. This fish is jet black with what appears to be yellow or white spots on him. I'm pretty sure those are yellow. He's just a little bit of ways away from the camera, but what a cool pleco. If you collect them, this one is very affordable for the money and so cool to have in the tank. And if you got a little more money, the gold nugget might be for you. This is probably one of the standards, one of the prettiest plecos you can put in a fish tank, mainly because of how beautiful it gets as it ages. It typically is a pleco that stays out where you can see it, but this was the original, just gorgeous gold and dark black colored pleco. I promised I would show the shrimp if we got them this week, so check out all the dwarf Neocardina shrimp that came in this week. These are some that haven't been unbagged yet, and then if you look down here, you can see all the different color morphs that I've got, from blues to yellows to orange and red to red and white to orange striped. Just everything for every type of color morph you can have. Shrimp are just so cool. Okay, so a mono shrimp came in. We get asked about these a lot, and I haven't had these in a while. A lot of them are also congregating on the net, but the mono shrimp are fantastic when it comes to removing algae from a tank. If you want algae control in a planted aquarium, these are the boys for you. Okay, I know we showed them last week, but I want to show them again, just because we've got a few that are still left, and these are just such cool, different fish. We have the striata loaches, we have the yo-yo loaches, we have the skunk boteas, we've got the zigzag eels, we've got the horse face loach, my personal favorite that's in the tank. I mean, where are you going to find a fish with the face of a horse on it? This is a great one, and all of these are basically bottom dwellers. They'll feed off of leftover food, they'll feed off of things like bloodworms. Really, really cool and something different to have in a tank. Clown plecos came in this week. Now, you want to talk about a pleco that consistently eats algae? Probably one of the best algae eating plecos we have when it comes to actually doing that job in the tank. Clown plecos are inexpensive. They have cool color patterns. They're a stocky little pleco. They stay fairly small, and they do a tremendous job when it comes to algae control. You get 2 or 3 of these, you don't have to worry about them outgrowing your tank per se, and they do a great job consistently eating algae and controlling algae in an aquarium. Check them out when you get here. And rounding out the plecos for the list for this week, I've got a galaxy pleco. This is a very, very beautiful pleco that looks like you're looking into outer space. Very reminiscent of the gold nugget, but a very, very cool pleco nonetheless. Galaxy pleco, not available very often, and we've got one this week. Normally at this size you don't typically see roseline sharks with this much color, but they're already starting to form a good amount of color around the eyes and around the fins. As you can see, grouped especially in a school, roseline sharks look fantastic, and this is a fantastic group of fish. Albino channel cats. When was the last time I had these? Let me make sure that's what they are. I think that's what they are. Alright, albino channel cats it is, until someone tells me different. It's been a long time since we've had these. If you've got a tank with larger fish, especially South or Central American cichlids, and you need a guy to clean up the bottom of it, albino channel cats will do it. They will get big, they'll be fairly active, but they're great when it comes to showing off in the bottom of the tank. Also, I think back there, hey, wait a minute, we got pink kissers. Might as well show those too. Kissing brahmies, right there. And also in the back left corner, we've got a Polypterus senegalis. So there's a Polypterus there as well. Lots of cool things in one fish tank. Come check them out. Okay, you guys all know I'm not the greatest lover of live bearers. I know it's bad, but I have to tell you, I really love these guppies. There are some really, really beautifully colored guppies that we got in this week. Of course, most of these, or almost all of these, are males, but there are electric leopard-shaped, colored, everything. There are pinks and blacks and blues and yellows, fuchsia. Just about every color of the rainbow can be surmised into one tank, and this 120-gallon tank. It is full of guppies, and it is full of color. So, if you're in the market for guppies, or you've got a live bearer tank, this might be a very good week to come check out some of the live bearers that we have. I'm impressed, I have to say. And as promised with the separation of the videos, I want to give you guys just a slight overview of the plant selection this week. I know more are on the way. I believe we're ordered on Monday, so it'll probably be the end of the week before. But this is what we have in stock right now. Okay, so we got in some beautiful, beautiful discus this week. We got pigeon red discus and we got snow white discus, and these are some beautiful snow whites. So I'm gonna have to coax them out a little bit since they have decided around the pump is where they want to hang. No, I was serious. Come out. Look how pretty that guy is. Really, really beautiful discus. And then of course, the pigeon red. Come on, guys. Come on out. Okay, we don't want to stress about too much, but I've got several of each. So, but I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 altogether. So beautiful discus this week, beautiful fish all together. Come check them out. Okay, so that concludes Freshwater for this week. We'll be back with a lot more details next week on the February competition. That will involve all of our YouTube subscribers. So if you live in Texas or you live in India, Ranjit, you can enter to win the contest we've got going next week. So pay very close attention to that. It's kind of cool. And what else? What else? I think that's it for this week. God bless. Have a great week. I hope everybody stays safe, and I hope to see you this weekend.